to my house. Nothing's what it seems. My life is like a roller coaster trip inside a dream.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Minecraft series. Today we're going to be building a house, and I did a bit of scouting for materials, and I didn't really find many ores because I'm not very good when I'm not using notice, and you guys might think that's like really bad apparently. But I didn't want to use notice, so I didn't go looking for ores. So I only went for a ton of wood and cobblestone, and I didn't get too much cobblestone. And we're gonna be building a house, okay? But in this video, since it is in a live comm, every time I try a live comm, my mic for some reason keeps turning off on me. But the main goal here is to basically make a house before well, we already broke the whole rule that before night falls, but still, since we already broke that rule, I was going to take my time on how many on the house, and here I end up messing up on the first house. And since I mess up on the first house, I switch over to a different type of house that a house made out of stone slabs and stone, glass, vines. It's a very complicated strategy of using it. This house is it's not much for space, but it's for style. I switched out houses because the first one was meant for space, and I was thinking that since the series was to make a huge mansion sort of place, I was going to start off with a small stylish house. Yeah, this house isn't since it's not for storage purposes, I'm going to have to be building a separate place for storage, so more of like a save house for items. So there's going to be basically like a regular house, but with chests everywhere. And one of the contraptions I constantly make on here with redstone would be the double doors that open up on with pressure plates, and I'm going to be building that later on into the story. But for now, I end up making the house on this huge hill. And I don't have any chests, which is a very bad idea on my part. But I don't really plan this stuff out. So I have died once, and I had to use waypoints to go back. As I said before, I was only going to use waypoints for if in case I died, because I didn't really want to make the whole series again. So this video started off later on because my phone does ring, and it was a huge pain in the ass to edit that out. Oh, you guys might have heard that. I'm editing the video as we speak, so I'm just going through the video while I record my voice over it. And so, yeah, I'm going to be dyeing my armor on here yellow. Such a manly color. Yellow. And after that, I'm going to be ordering a few parts for my next film, which is going to be located in the train station in downtown of Fort Worth. And I already told you guys where I live. That's creepy. But since I am going to be filming at that place, I'm going to be working on getting permission while the parts I ordered, the equipment that I ordered, which is a DSLR rig, come in the mail. And that will be like, I'll order it in a week. It should get here in the next week. So in 2 weeks I should get that. In 2 weeks I should get permission. We'll start filming a week after that. We'll take a whole week to film it. And it's based off of this guy that's going under extreme stress to be able to he basically starts hallucinating and thinks everything is just a dream. It's very rough. You guys are going to have to watch the short film to understand what I'm talking about. But he does pull out a Windows Phone for all you haters saying, "Oh my god, Windows Phone sucks." Yeah, I could care less. That's my phone. So, yeah. I also have an Android phone for apps, so double standard. Yeah, other than that, I'm probably gonna oh yeah, let's talk about the DSLR rig. That rig, it's called a Spider Steady. It also goes by tons of different names. Some they might just go off by DSLR rig. Some other are based off of like I forgot the name for it. But it's in comparison to the Manfrotto Fig rig. For those who know about filming, the Manfrotto Fig rig basically looks like a steering wheel, and it's made to stabilize camera shake. So is the Spider Steady. But the Spider Steady is it can fold out into different sort of shapes for the the camera, and so one of my favorite would be just the regular DSLR rig, like the shoulder mount. And there's another one which is the action cam, which is basically like the Manfrotto Fig rig, which is round like a steering wheel, but it only has two handles on either side, and there's no top or bottom. So, other than the quick plate where you attach the camera, that's basically it. After I'm going to be getting all of this, I think I'm going to have to get set up, and I don't know whether they're going to be able to give me permission for this place. I filmed there before, and hopefully they will, but last time we had a little issue with the security. They ended up yelling at us for some reason, and they were asking us what are we doing here with orange tipless airsoft guns, which they ended up looking real because they were the weapon was, I think it was a 1911, but it ended up looking real because it's full metal and it's a blowback CO2, and since it was tipless, it looked completely real, and the security guard got mad at us, started yelling at us, and we ended up showing him the papers that we had, the permission papers, our request for permission and the permission granted by email. We had to show him the papers that we brought that were sent by email to us, and he ended up apologizing, and he didn't care about it afterwards. But I understand they're trying to do their job, but honestly, that's really rude just to confront the person like really mad and start yelling at them. They can at least question us very nicely and politely. We weren't talking back to them. We weren't going to start hassling them, or he acts like we were going to pickpocket him or something. But the point of the story is that even though he yelled at us, the best way to confront that situation is to just politely answer his questions, even if he's yelling at you. And if the security ever says to like just get out, and you've already shown him the papers, you can call the head of security, and you can talk to them about the issue that happened and the permission that you have for. Then they can talk to all their security, which we did not do. We didn't tell the security, although we did tell the police, in case somebody thought that the CO2 gun was actually real when we fired it. Which did sound real when we fired it, but we tried minimizing the amount of dry fire that we would do for the short film. So even after a few retakes, which my actor refused to do, which we only had about 3 retakes, we shot off the CO2 gun about like 3 or 4 times, so it was completely fine. We waited till nobody was in the hallways for us to be able to film, but yet everybody who stopped and looked at us, we would have to wait for them to leave. And there was even a family that asked us, oh, what are we doing? We answered YouTube video, and they said what channel, and then I told them, and they ended up saying, oh, okay, so we're gonna go check you guys out. Yeah, stuff like that. It's annoying, but we ended up putting up with it because, well, we need to be polite. We're not going to say be rude, and they're going to have to end up staying there just to get us mad. And then, yeah, we only had 2 days to film that video, and that short film came out horrible because 2 problems. 1, computer kept crashing. Well, 3. 1, my computer kept crashing. 2, my actor didn't want to do retakes. And 3, we only had 2 days to film there. This new short film is going to be a week. Our actor doesn't have to go anywhere. My actor last time we filmed had to go traveling somewhere 2 days. Well, yeah, and we only had 2 days prior to that to film. So there was that, and we pretty much hated doing that. We didn't want to rush it, and it came out horrible because we rushed it, and we didn't even have food plans or anything. Since the actors aren't paid, the best way to pay them is through food. So I ended up ordering pizza, and whoever wanted to come to my house basically ate pizza with us. It sucked because we didn't really plan things out. It came out horrible, but we did have the chance to film a month later, which that was December break for school. Yeah, there was a December break for school on that. And if I filmed a month later, I would be way too busy with school. I wouldn't be able to do anything. I would have to be multitasking with homework and studying and filming, and that's why I don't mainly do short films during the year. But other than that, there's really not much else. Oh yeah, if you guys enjoyed my idiot self going into a sewer last episode, go ahead and comment down below on how much of an idiot I am. So yeah, let's talk about the software I use to edit these videos. It's Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects. Now I use Fraps to record, but to edit I use Premiere Pro, and for the last intro I made, I used After Effects to completely redo that, and VFX Pro showed a video on how exactly to make animations, normal animations. It could be cubes, triangles, stuff like that, and how that can all be made in After Effects without having to use Cinema 4D or stuff like that. Although Freddie Wong does show a few videos on how to use Cinema 4D, and there's some great videos. I don't watch them though, because I have watched a few, but I didn't watch the whole series because I'm not a big fan of Cinema 4D. I wouldn't want to start working with 3D software yet. Yeah, and so that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you for watching. So yeah, remember, subscribing is free.